Alright, what I thought I'd do is I'd show you exactly how the river is that runs through Roche Abbey. So you can see the river running through it there, runs down here and down the field. Note, it's probably hidden a little bit behind the trees, but it's not very wide really. Where you see the river width there, it's probably the same width there down here, and it goes along onto a big meadow, and just sort of about that width I think. Probably it might be a bit wider coming down here, but it's not that wide. Now I have this theory that the river never ran through here and it's been altered. I thought it had probably been altered by Capability Brown, and it had been made to run through here by him. Now I had this theory that the river actually ran round the outer buildings round here and then connected back up and down here and along here. Let's pull that up a bit. So there's a bridge here, and in the description I'll put a video and actually walk under this bridge up the river up here. And when I walk under this bridge, it looks like a proper entranceway into Roche Abbey from the fields, like a tradesman's type entrance. It's got little niches in where you could probably put candles and things like that. It's also got these areas where they let in light in as well. So I think there was a building on top of here as well. I'm not 100% sure if I show it in the video, but either side of the river on the bridge area, it looks like there's areas where it's letting light in to the bottom area. So let's have a look at some points on here. This is the actual entranceway into Roche Abbey, the proper entranceway, and this is the visitor centre. Now this river has never altered here, so this is the proper line of the river here. What I do think though, it's been channelled out. I think this now looks like a canal, and if I stand here I can't really show it you, it's that overgrown, so it's better to show you it on here because we're going to do a comparison in the moment. But let's just say this river's not changed much along here. But when I switch to the other river, you'll see that I'm actually right, that the river actually ran round here. Now, thanks to Dave Ebony for this map, and I'll put his channel hashtag in the description as well. So let's switch on to the 1915 map, and it's quite astonishing really. So this is the 1915 map of Roche Abbey, and you can see that there's no river running through Roche Abbey. It runs all the way around Roche Abbey. So my gut feel told me that this wasn't the proper line of the river. Now this river here is quite narrow. It's not probably even that wide there, and it's certainly not wide like that. When you get down to this, there's like a house down there where someone's converted a farmhouse, and the river's only really narrow down here. And I think there was a mill down here and everything, but it shows you another way down here. But this is a 1915 plan. But then when you get up to this area, we've come right round the Abbey rather than going through it. We've got big weirs everywhere and whatever. Now I'm told that this is work that Capability Brown did, but I believe that this is the original flow of the river. So I'm going to take you up to Lawton Pond. There's some stepping stones across here, and it says stepping stones. On another old map I found, there's actually a sluice marked here. I'll show you the sluice. I thought it was a secret tunnel, but I don't know how long this pond's been here, because this looks man-made. I mean, it's been raised up, and where the stepping stones is, there's a fountain. But what I'll do is I'll show you all this area from the back of the Abbey right up to the lake, and it's all scrubland, and I'll walk on ground and show it you. But this is the natural line of the river along here. But I do think it's been modified, because when I show it you on the other map, it looks very straight, as though it's been dug out as a canal. They've really gone to town on this. So this was in the 1950s, sorry, 1915s. So there you've got Ladies Well. Now where it says Table Rock, we know that as, well, I know it as Witch's Cliff, and I'm going to go up there and give you a view from up there. On another plan I've seen something where it shows you, I'm trying to think what they call it now, shows you a drain through here. I think it's on the other plan I've got, it shows you a drain through here. Now I'll show you from Witch's Cliff, but you can't really see the drain cover anymore. It used to be black and it's grown over green now, but there's some sort of drain through here, and I don't know what the drain's for. I can't see a reason for a drain through this. But you've got the key points like the proper gatehouse for the Abbey, and I'll take you in there and show you inside there. My voice does really echo in there. And then you see the visitor centre. So really just keep an eye up on the main areas, but this is the main thing. The water should run through here. Oh, that's how it runs through at the moment, through here from the Google map. As you can see through here, but then switching back to here, you can see the water clearly run round the outside, and it was quite wide, this water area. So I think Capability Brown did do some landscaping and that, but I reckon the natural river is that way. And what I'll do is I'll start the video down here at the gatehouse, and I'll tell you the official response from English Heritage, what their view is on the river running through here versus the river running around it like this. So my gut feel always told me it was around here. The map tells me it was as well. So let's get onto ground and show you from there, and you can get your own idea from it. I'll also show you just about here as the water piles in to Roche Abbey now and cuts through here. So I can actually get around the outside and show you that as well. So you've seen the aerial view of Roche Abbey on Google Maps showing how it is now with the river running through. And then you've seen the older map showing it where the river ran round the bottom end of Roche Abbey. So we're in the gatehouse. I'll just show you underneath. Would have been 2 stories originally, and they claim the poor came here to get food, etc. But we're now walking to the entranceway of Roche Abbey. I didn't realise it closed a few days ago, so you can't have a trip round it at the moment. It's about £5, or it's free if you're a member of English Heritage. But this site belongs to the Earl of Scarborough, and English Heritage rent it off him. Now it's a good job I came a few weeks ago, and I asked in reception why I got a map showing the river running outside Roche Abbey rather than inside it, as it now is. Now the official claim from English Heritage, or one of their representatives, was that the river has always run through Roche Abbey while ever the monks have been here, and that Capability Brown moved it around and took it out from inside Roche Abbey. Now I don't actually believe that personally, and I'll tell you why in a moment, but let's just have a walk down here on the site. You might as well see the site while I'm here. But you can see everything really from the outside that you can really see from the inside. Now on one of the plans you can actually see that there's a drainway under here. Don't know what that drain cover's there for, but I'm not sure why there'd be a drain right through the middle of it. I think it's even on the 1900 map showing a drain running through Roche Abbey. And on the bird's eye view, if I can do it today, I'll quickly show it you. As we walk around the corner, you'll see the site. It keeps clouding over. It's supposed to be a clear sunny winter's day when you get lots of vitamin D, and look at it all over the place. It was like this yesterday, just as I was thinking it's coming up for the last hour of the day, I'll get a lot of sunshine in the house and it'll warm my house a bit up before I put the central heating on, and the sun never appeared. It's just got blocked out. So I'll just pop up now and show you from Witch's Cliff, and then we'll go around and I'll show you where the river originally ran. So we're on what is called Witch's Cliff, and I think this is the cross they talk about, the reason for building Roche Abbey where they built it, because there was a cross in the rock denoting a cross. So well, that's the folklore around it anyway, but here is the bird's eye view from up here. I'm okay with heights, but I'm not fantastic with heights either. I probably don't want to get too overconfident, that's why I'm nervous. And you can see the river running through it, just there. So that's the river running through Roche Abbey, under bridges or whatever, and there. So I'll show you where it comes in at the back as well. But I've seen it on a plan. I think I can just see it. I think it talks about a drain in the middle of it. Used to be a black drain cover, but it's not very visible. I don't know if it's that down there. I think that might be the drain cover. But normally you can see a black drain cover, but whether it's grassed over, I don't know. Well, that's the bird's eye view, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over there to where the river comes in or comes out. It's a Maltby Dyke running through here, so I'll get back down there. But I thought it's well worth showing you the bird's eye view of the site as well. So I'm just coming down from Witch's Cliff. I thought I might as well give you an angle from there. So we're looking across on a large field, and normally they have animals grazing on here. But we're just going to come down to that bridge I showed you, and you can just see the river. It's running across there. Now, a couple of years ago, I had this suspicion that this wasn't the correct route of the river through here. So what I did is I put my boots on and I went under this bridge. And when I went under the bridge, it looked like a proper entranceway. So I personally think it was really an entranceway, like a workman's entranceway to this area over here, coming under here. So when I put the boots on and went underneath, I could find little like shelves where it looked like they put candles or something like that. You can just see the river down there. And what I'd said to Dave Ebony, who's provided the map, and Miss Abersham, I reckon the river didn't run through here. It went right round there, right round the edge of here. This is the edge of the site, went right round the edge. And what I think this was like a central corridor. But English Heritage is saying that the water's always run through here. Or can anybody prove the water's always run through here? Because I don't believe it has. And I think the other thing is they were saying that on some of these things that toilets there were holes through for toilets and things like that into the river. You know, like I say, I just don't believe that, because this site is actually lower than that. It's probably 5 or 10 foot lower all across the site. So if that's the case, this would be actually getting water. This site would be getting water from here, you know, especially seeping through if it was 5 or 10 foot deeper across this area. But if I just walk up the back end of the site, and this, you'll have seen it on that overhead map, but it's been cleared up a bit round the back of it and what I remember it. But we'll come round a bit more. So my view was, we've walked up here, the river came up here and round here, and I was absolutely right. And I'll just come a bit further, because it's always boggy round there, and I thought something just doesn't sit up right. So we've come to the end of the buildings, and I thought the river come up here sort of thing. And on the map, it definitely does come up here, and it's got weirs and everything. Or it did have weirs, and it also had that thing called Ladies' Well as well. But it was quite a considerable area. So where you can see that really thick, well, in fact the trees there, that's where the edge of the buildings are. And all this area was the river and the weirs. It's all very distinctive because you can see the upper like reservoir, which I think they call Lawton Dam, if I've remembered it correctly. And this is just here with the overflow. So there's the overflow. So from here down to these big trees, this is where the river ran previously, with the weirs. Like I said, the English Heritage claimed that it was Capability Brown that swapped it around. I don't believe that. I believe you've got to prove to me that it's really always run through Roche Abbey since the monks have been there, because personally I don't believe it. But what I'm going to do is I'll just come up onto the upper lake, and you can see that. And I think it even mentions stepping stones, if I've got my memory right. And somebody's messed around with the stepping stones and made them actually unsafer. They're claiming they made it safer, but to me it's more unsafe since they've changed them. They used to be nice vertical all the way across. It was a lot easier to get across for me. But I just want to show you what the sluice is. Now, it doesn't appear on this map, but I looked at another 1900 map and it showed sluice. So there you can see Lawton Dam. If I just nip through here, gone wrong way, I'll go a bit further round. But that's the water coming from the waterfall, and that's nothing like in the actual 1900 map. So would you believe, oh sorry, I'll say it another way, do you believe that the water's always run through Roche Abbey since the monks have been there? Or do you believe it never did do and history's been amended? Now here, I thought it was a secret tunnel, but on an old map it shows it down as a sluice, and that probably does stand out as it being a sluice, but whether it was a tunnel or not I don't know. And who built the upper lake? Was it done a long time ago, or was it done by Capability Brown? But the reason I'm questioning history more than anything is I watched a channel called My Lunch Break, and he's proving to me that a lot of history is fake, like the Great Fire of London. If, say, 100,000 people lived in London at the time and the Great Fire was on, why was there only about 5 or 6 deaths? They're supposed to be living in houses that were touching each other and all of that. And what he'll claim is that really there was no Great Fire of London. What happened was there was a previous civilization here, and the buildings were taken over from that, and they've just modified history. And he also probably claimed, I think, if I've got it right, that there probably wasn't such a thing as Henry VIII and the dissolution of the monasteries. It's all fake history, but I can't verify that at all. But on his basis, that's what he'd say when you look at things like the Fire of London. So we're around the back end of Roche Abbey now, but that watercourse would have come right up here instead, and it just felt right to me. I just couldn't understand why it was running through Roche Abbey. To me, if anything, why would Capability Brown take the water out of Roche Abbey when it's sort of sets it off? I couldn't understand why he'd want to take the water out from inside Roche Abbey and divert it round. So the original river came up here somewhere and down there. But just here you've got where the water now comes into Roche Abbey. It's all been cleared up a bit, or it's the overgrowth's died off, and I can just show it you from the outside. So I don't even need to be illegal to get in the site and show it you. So there, this is the original water. Well, I think it's probably been shifted a bit to the right, but the water would have come more straight across there, and then you'd have the weirs as well. But that's how the water now comes in to the site. So I've been looked at the evidence, folks. What do you reckon? Do you think the water did really come through when the monks were here and Capability Brown switched it around? Or do you believe that the water actually came round here, missing all these buildings, and that's how it had been when the monks were here, and there's been a bit of deception? I don't know. If anybody can provide me with some clear evidence that the water did come through here and not round here, I'll believe it. But for the moment, I believe the water come round here. And if you now go on to the link actually in my video, you'll be able to see actually under that footbridge that I showed you, and to me that proves that was really an entranceway into Roche Abbey. So it'd be interesting if you can provide me with any more information on this. But somewhere up here on that plan there was Ladies' Well as well, and on the 1900 it definitely, the river course is about there, but then it sort of moves across here with the weir pools and everything. To me it seemed more natural, and even before I saw the 1900 map I was questioning that the river never ran through here. I think this was like an entranceway all the way through the abbey, like a tunnel, you know, an entranceway, because there seems to be tunnels running off this as well to other parts of it as well. So that's it really. I don't think I can show you anything else today on it. Really, it's if anybody else can cough any more information up for me and either prove me wrong or prove me right. I'm open either way. So that's it. If you can like the video, follow the channel and click on notifications for new videos in the future, I'd appreciate it.